What's up, guys? So I have something really exciting for you guys that I think you guys are gonna like. So as we approach 1,000 subscribers, I just couldn't think of a way to thank y'all that would really be meaningful to me. I wanted to give back to the community at least a little bit while I do make content for you guys and grow the channel. So I spent a couple days making this spreadsheet. It wasn't a couple days straight, but it was a few hours at a time that I was going back on it and reiterating, making it better and better. And here in front of you, I have the free stock forecasting tool. So this is a tool that I made. It doesn't exist anywhere else on the internet. It uses Google Docs, and the best part about Google Docs, in my opinion, is that you can put in functions through Google Finance that updates the price in real time. So essentially what this is going to do for you is it's going to let you get a stock that you have interest in, and it's going to let you plug in a bunch of financial information, and it's going to crunch numbers for you. The best part about this is that it's real time, and you're going to have really accurate market cap information. You're going to have accurate price to sales information. You're going to have accurate price to earnings information, and you're going to be able to see a lot of other relevant information that'll help you decide whether you think a company is good or not. Now, I will say that these are numbers only, and most of the modifiers that you put in this are going to be arbitrary numbers and not real. So you have to understand that when you do use this chart, that you have to be as conservative as possible, as that will give you the most realistic and probable results in the future. I also made sure to include a ton of notes, so that way you guys can hover over these and see exactly what it is that you're looking at. Anything with this little triangle in the top right corner is a note for you to read. And the way it does determine value for stocks is it's going to be mostly on either price to sales or price to earnings ratios. You can change your share count, your years to compound, your compound annual growth rate, your margin of error or your safety net, your forward price to sales that you predict, and forward price to earnings that you also predict. So I already added all the information for Nano Dimension. I will say that the figures from quarter 1 through quarter 3 are entirely fictitious and not real. What I did is I basically got the figures from Q4 2019 up through Q3 of this year and added 10% in sales compared to the previous quarter. This is my scenario that I'm making up, assuming that the CV-19 illness never happened and assuming that Nano Dimension would have had a very steady growth curve. So in my example here, I said that I have 1,000 shares. I actually have more than that. I'm going to pick 3 years to compound, and I picked 3 because I think that's the runway that Nano Dimension has right now. I think they can compound primarily sales, which is the value method I'm going to use. I think they can grow their sales by 30% every year. For margin of error, I'm saying I'm around 80% confident in my guessing. If you put 100 in this box, it's saying that you're basically going to price everything to perfection. And usually that's not the case. So I'm comfortable with putting an 80 here. So assuming these fictitious revenue figures, Nano Dimension would have a 32 PS right now. But if we look at the real figures, it's about 80 something. But of course, we're just forecasting, we're guessing here basically, and nothing's set in stone. So I think that Nano Dimension, while they're expanding, they'll have a pretty healthy price to sales ratio. I'm thinking between 40 and 50. So let's go with 45 actually. And we can't use the price to earnings method because they're not exactly earning money per share yet. So unless your company is profitable, it's not really going to give you a good calculation. So I would leave this at 0 if your company is not profitable. So once you've set all your modifiers, you've changed the share count, the number of years you want to compound, the annual growth rate, then you will go down to the bottom box and we will predict what the future will be. And in 3 years, assuming my margin of error was around 80%, we're looking at an estimated share price of around $10 per share. And this would bring the position to around $10,150 for anyone holding 1,000 shares in today's market. And if this did unfold, we are looking at a total of 241% gain or a yearly compound annual growth rate of 34%. But essentially, I think this is something that if you're not really sure with how to value stocks, this is going to be something really useful to you. I think the more you use it, the better you'll get at understanding on how stocks are valued. And eventually, you'll just start to look at financial statements and you're not even going to use this spreadsheet anymore because you're going to be super comfortable and confident with how things should be valued. Even someone with experience in stock investing, I would definitely recommend using this. This is not something that I would use to base positions on entirely, but I would use it as a nice tool to gauge if a company is doing well or not and how big a position could be in the future. If you guys want to use this tool, I'm going to have a post in the Patreon. It's going to be free for anyone to go to. All you have to do is click the link below and go to my Patreon and you will see a link there to the free stock tool. If you guys want me to make a separate video where I actually use this tool in detail and populate the chart in its entirety, then I will do so. Just leave a comment, let me know if you want me to do that, and I will do it. But besides that, I just want to say thank you guys for following the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking the videos. Thank you guys for just being involved with the videos in general. It means a lot that you guys are watching it. I put a lot of time and effort into making these videos, so it definitely means a lot that you guys are watching and coming back for more content. That is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.